Yo, what is up? Chef Jason here, and we're gonna teach you guys how to make my 3 favorite tacos. First up, our roasted tomato chipotle chicken, our barbacoa, okay? Beautiful, simple, some onions, radish, street taco barbacoa, and then our carnitas, all right? We did carnitas, pickled onions, and some Oaxaca cheese. One of the first things we're gonna do here is make some salsa. We're gonna be making a roasted tomato chipotle salsa. Now, this recipe is completely made up by myself, but based off of the flavor of 2 different salsas that I absolutely love. One is the papalote roasted tomato chipotle salsa. You can find it everywhere at the grocery stores in California. I could not find it out here, I'm in Boston. And the second is I had a buddy, Nico Fix, shout out to Nico. Nico started a little salsa company called Broke the Mouth Salsa, and it is awesome. And basically what he would do is roast his vegetables, his tomatoes, his onions, right, and then puree it. And it's funny, my buddy Tyler, who's a sous chef at the French Laundry, was there the first time he made a salsa, and he's like, Nico just burnt everything, but then roasted it, added some lime juice, added the flavor to it, and it came out so tasty. So the first thing I got here is a cast iron pan, get it nice and hot. Start with some tomatoes. So basically, we want to take these guys, and we're not even gonna cut them. I'm gonna trim very lightly just the stem. We're gonna get them in the pan, and we wanna get them blistered. So I'm just gonna take a knife, and I'm just gonna take just the stem out. If you have a paring knife, that also works great for this. Dry pan, tomatoes going in. See how they're moving around like that? We wanna blister the skin. That's where a lot of this flavor is gonna come from. Oh yeah, you see that already? Next, we're gonna work on some carrots. We're gonna take these guys, I like to use a paper towel, peel them. I'm gonna take these guys and we're just gonna dice them. Now we're gonna go in. And I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of oil. Now we got the carrots in there. Next, we're gonna cut the onion. Half of an onion here, okay? Cut the top off, the bottom, cut the onion in half. And then we just need large chunks for this. So in half like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, bam. All in to our pan. Next, we're gonna grab our jalapeno. So I just want half the jalapeno for this. If you like it super spicy, you can leave the seeds in. If you don't, you can take the seeds out. We're gonna give this guy a nice shake. Starting to get a really nice color on this. A little bit of salt. Now we need some garlic. 2 or 3 cloves of garlic should be good. I like to take the garlic clove, cut it in half, get it ready, and we're gonna get some nice slices here. And then we're gonna grab a couple spices. I'm gonna get a little bit of cumin, a little bit of paprika. All right, next we're adding about a half tablespoon of cumin and about the same of paprika. Okay, this is smoked paprika, one of my favorite spices. And then we're gonna add the secret ingredient, chipotle peppers in adobo. We're gonna go all in with this. Once we add this to the pan, it's gonna be like pepper spray. So be careful. You might need to open up the window, but we're going all in here. Once you get the chipotles in there, we're gonna go ahead. I got the oven at about 375. I'm gonna pop this in, let it ride for about 20 minutes, and then we're gonna blitz it all up in the blender. I got our salsa right here. The biggest thing we wanna look for is just make sure everything's soft. Wow, see these tomatoes? Super soft. We wanna check the carrots. Okay, those are looking awesome. It's looking really good. The carrots need a little bit more time, so I'm gonna add a touch of water to this. I'm gonna put a lid on it, and we're gonna let everything kind of steam and cook together. This is smelling awesome. Everything's cooked through nicely. We're gonna go ahead and blitz this up, and then we're gonna taste it, and basically we gotta see how we gotta season it. Really tasty. Got the right level of spice, not too spicy. We're gonna add a little lime juice, olive oil, and salt to this. It'll help kind of just balance it out. And use a little bit of salt. We're gonna blitz this up. It's very close, very tasty. Wow, it's crazy how a little bit of acid, a little bit of salt can just totally change something. The salsa came out awesome. We're gonna put some in this bowl, and then we're gonna use some to roast a whole chicken. I got one of our beautiful ButcherBox chickens here. It's been defrosted. I went ahead and I folded the wings back. If you don't know how to do this, you just take them, fold them back, and then we're gonna put some cilantro stems inside the cavity, along with some limes. And then I wanted to show you guys just a quick, simple way to be able to truss the chicken. What I'm gonna do is cut underneath the leg here, make one cut, and I'm gonna take this other guy and pop it through. You got a very simple trussed chicken. We're gonna take our fire roasted chipotle salsa and rub this thing down with it. Rub it down. You can use a paintbrush to kind of get it everywhere on the insides, everywhere you need to. I'm gonna cook this in a cast iron. I got the oven at 400. It'll probably take between 30 to 45 minutes to cook. Next, what we're gonna do is go ahead and season it up. A little bit of salt, a little bit of correct black pepper. And then we're gonna go right onto our cast iron. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of oil, and we're going right in the oven with this guy. While that's going, we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of prep. Then we're gonna make our tortillas, and then we're gonna do our proteins. So the first thing we're gonna do here is cut our lettuce. Very simple project. Just go ahead, make one cut down the middle, and then we're gonna cut it as thin as we can. Next, we're gonna do some onions. We're gonna do a cool project here called pickled onion. So I'm gonna take a cheek, cut it in half, and then just cut it real thin. So we're gonna grab a pot, a little bit of white vinegar, and then add some agave. If you don't have agave, you can use honey, you can use sugar, and then just a little bit of salt, and we're gonna do what's called a quick pickle. It's a hot pickle. We're gonna put the onions in the pot, and then basically cover them with vinegar, ever so lightly. And then you'll add about half as much agave, a light pinch of salt, a couple cracks of black pepper, and then we're gonna turn the heat off once it comes up to a boil. Next, we got some radishes. You can throw these in the pickle if you want. You also can just take them and slice them. Next, we're gonna do some classic street taco onion. So way to do this is I've taken the root off, and I'm gonna go through cut, cut, then we're gonna do an over the rainbow style. And I'm gonna go over with my knife. You see this? Our onions have come up to a boil. Pop them in the bowl. Slice in our jalapenos. And then we're gonna do our limes. We got some limes here. Just cut them right in half. Limes don't really have seeds. Next, I got a little bit of cilantro. For tacos, I like to just rough cut. Next, we're using Osaka cheese here, okay? I might be saying it wrong. We're gonna take this and grate it up on Mr. Grater. This is a softer cheese, okay? This can actually melt down if you wanted it to. Kind of like mozzarella a little bit. Next, what we're gonna do here is make some tortillas, okay? I'm very excited about this. I'm gonna show you how to make them from scratch with masa. And all you're gonna need here is the masa, a bowl, and some lukewarm water. And they basically go on a 1-to-1 ratio. Masa in. We'll do 2 cups of masa. Add, you can wait if you want, okay? If you want to be exactly precise. Masa in, and then just use your fingers. You'll see it'll start to form together. You want it to be able to where you can form this into nice balls. And what I love is as soon as you start doing this, it smells like tacos before you even get them on the grill. Next, we're gonna take our masa here, form it into some tortillas. Start with a ball about the size of a golf ball. And if you don't have a tortilla press, you can take some parchment. Sometimes it helps to add just a touch of olive oil. And using the saute pan, you're gonna press it down. Something that's important to note is that it's really hard to make these and store them someplace. You gotta make them and pop them on your grill. You can buy tortillas, you can buy crunchy tortillas. There's all sorts of solutions. I just wanted to show you a fun way to make them from scratch. All right, we got our tortillas here. They're looking amazing. Oh, smells so incredible. I like to put a little towel or a paper towel on them. And then what we're gonna do is I got our beautiful carnitas, our beautiful barbacoa, and we're just gonna dice those, hit them in a hot pan. From there, our tacos are ready. We just gotta wait for that chicken to be done. I got 2 saute pans here. I'm gonna add just a little bit of our graza sizzle. And then very simply, I'm gonna take our carnitas, and what I like to do with this is just get a nice dice on it. And this goes in the pan. Next, I got the barbacoa, same thing. We're gonna take it, dice it. All this is already cooked. We're just gonna get it ready to be tacos. I got it nice and hot, ready. Oh yes. With these, once they get a little bit of char on them, a little crispiness to them and heated through, they're ready to rock. That's the beauty of these. You can cook them super fast. We got this chicken out. We're gonna hit it with a little bit more of our chipotle salsa, brush it all around. We're gonna let it rest for about 10 minutes. This guy is gonna be so freaking tasty. All right, with this whole chicken, we're gonna take it, using a fork. What I love to do is just kind of pull the chicken apart. This is gonna help us get this beautiful taco meat. I'm gonna let the legs rest a little bit more, but we're gonna go ahead and finish our tacos here. Wow. First one we're gonna make is our carnitas. So I'm gonna come in here, our carnitas, a little bit of our fire roasted salsa, some pickled onions, our agzaca cheese, some lettuce, and cilantro. 1 jalapeno, some fresh lime juice over the top. Next, we're gonna do the barbacoa. The barbacoa already has a little bit of sauce on it. We're gonna build up the flavors here. So we're going barbacoa, some onions, a couple radishes. Oh yeah. Cilantro. Last one we're gonna do is our chicken. And we'll just touch more salsa. Some more beautiful onions, some jalapeno, a little bit of onion here. I hope you had a blast with me in this taco section. I know I did, all right? And these tacos came out so awesome. The carnitas, the barbacoa, this roast chicken, unbelievable.